Space Cleaner is a really simple to make reagent, and it's also a reagent that is just commonly found in the game in general. Things like Space Cleaner from the bottle, which janitors will spawn with and have extra in their room, is a great tool to clean basically any puddle in the game. This is a puddle of space lube from a jar, so there's about 25 or so lube on the ground. Each spray of a normal space cleaner bottle uses 10 units. There's 100 units in it by default. So without even having any form of chemistry access, cleaning big messes like this without requiring like a mop is very simple. So you can see with one spray, I got rid of all of the space lube in this line because it shoots out a projectile basically that's just the cleaner. And that's if obviously if you're using it with a bottle. So say somebody spilled a bunch of space lube everywhere. Well, it's actually pretty easy to fix if you have access to a chem dispenser or just are willing to talk to somebody who has access to a chem dispenser. Chemistry is obviously the best place to go to, but science often will end up making these, and if they don't have them, you could just request for them to get it. It's only a tier 1 research, so it makes it relatively easy to research more powerful cleaning reagents than just water and a mop. So to make space cleaner, you just need ammonia and water. Ammonia is very simply 3 parts hydrogen, 1 part nitrogen, as you can see there, and then it's just 1-to-1 ammonia and water. So making space cleaner is actually really simple. As you can see, that is 40 space cleaner, and it's infinitely scalable. I mean, as long as you have the size in a beaker. So making space cleaner is actually really simple. At this point, you could just put it back into a spray bottle and keep spraying, but we're going to fight fire with fire. We are going to make our own foam space cleaner grenades. There's no existing space cleaner grenade, which I know is a thing in 13 servers. I've seen them. So we're basically going to make a bootleg version. So we need space cleaner, and I might as well just make extra and store it because you never know when you need it. So again, 3 parts hydrogen, 1 part nitrogen, and even parts water. So we'll save some of that space cleaner, and I'm just doing it by hand just to show you how easy it is to make a cleaning bomb for most likely a janitor is what you're going to need. So to start, we'll need sulfuric acid, which is 1 part hydrogen, 1 part sulfur, and 2 parts oxygen. And then we need to make fluoro, which is the foaming agent, which is 2 parts carbon, 2 parts fluorine, and you could just keep mixing it to keep the sulfuric acid. You could try to measure that more mathematically, but with a Chem Master, you don't have to worry about it at all. We'll put that in there, and this is all we need to make a foam bomb. So in this beaker, we're just going to put 25 space cleaner and 25 water. I can't do math. Oh, 1 click off. And then in this one, we're just going to do 25 fluoro and 25 space cleaner. So just to keep it simple, 1 beaker, 25 space cleaner, 25 water. Other beaker, 25 space cleaner, 25 fluoro. So all you do is you get the 2 beakers, set the transfer amount to 50 on one, and you just dump it in the other beaker. And this makes an awesome cleaning grenade that will destroy any liquids in the surface below. If you make a grenade, you can have a greater effect. As you can see, it actually spreads some water, but this is all clean and will evaporate. So you can deal with lube in mass with just 2 beakers. And I will just show you how much cleaning area it has if you double it and use something like a modular grenade. You could also, this is probably just going to be even easier, you could just use 2 jugs. Chemistry/med/science will probably give you these, no issue, especially if you're just telling them you need 2 jugs for cleaning. You can ask them to fill it up to 100 units of each, so you could just go around pouring it out into foam on the ground. Basically, you want to use foam to more or less multiply how much cleaning there actually is. Alright, so here's an example with a bunch of blood scattered in a long line. Obviously, you could just mop this up. This isn't as bad as like an entire lube hallway, but this is just to show you an example of how far the foam goes. So the beakers are just the previous recipe, but doubled in each. And I'll just detonate it right in the middle, and you can see the foam spread. And as it spreads, it is instantly cleaning everything below it. This foam seemed to want to spread south, so I mean sometimes that just happens that way, but it gives you a more greater example of how it works. But every tile touched gets completely turned into water, and anything that doesn't touch, well, doesn't. So you might want to make multiple. Normally you could also just ask science to make you a spray nozzle and a backpack water tank, and inside that water tank you could just ask them to put space cleaner, and you would be able to just walk around literally shooting blood puddles, lube puddles, whatever, and it would clean it. But apparently I just can't get the gun to shoot. I'm pretty sure it's just bugged. I'll make a report for it. By the time you see this video or in the very near future, it'll get fixed. So just assume that this will end up working very soon. I'm not going to redo it. But yeah, normally this is basically just like a spray bottle, but it's automatic. You could use it as like a flamethrower or something. But anyway, for this purpose, you would actually use it for space cleaner and shoot the blood. There's also a mega spray bottle that Science can make, and it basically just sprays a larger AoE than the normal spray bottle, but it uses more as well. But it does help clean more, and it can hold a lot more liquid. So again, you could ask Science for that possibly. But the spray nozzle is definitely better, but the mega spray bottle might be easier for them to make in general, because then you could bring it to chem, or you guys, I mean, I guess realistically you could bring the backpack to chem anyway. But either way, those are the applications of space cleaner, so good luck cleaning. I would recommend using foam, because that was probably the most accessible. You could just dump two beakers into each other to clean a much larger area than a mop. Otherwise, go ask Science for an advanced mop, or just deal with what you got using the tools that you start with. Thank you for watching.